Yeah, I asked you if you wanted to be Mayu this week, and you said, nah, it was Mayu last week.
Oh, that doesn't seem acceptable.
Why?
That's distracting. Oh, that's not okay.
Why not? And that's what you're supposed to do
Hendrix
the
is
intro.
here. Chris is here. Kevin is here. That means that can only mean one thing. It's time. It's time for the Stardom Fan Podcast. I am Mark, and with me
Uh,
today is.
it's me.
We'll get that ironed out. Who are you?
It doesn't matter. Just the guy who talks about stardom on a podcast.
All right, marking that guy. So here's the deal. Here's what we got this week. I watched some wrestling. We have the 5-star final. We had New Blood, and I even watched AEW.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff to tell me about.
Yeah. Um, but first,
I was
this is
a conscientious. What is it called? A conscientious observer for the 5-star. I refused to participate. You did like a little watch along, watch the whole 5-star, and you're gonna tell me about it. But first, I am a man of my word. I want to talk about cookies some more. I said I was going to. I said this was a thing I'm going to talk about. I don't know, next 4 or 5 weeks, at least, till they come in. I thought it was hilarious. We were saying, "What do these cookies taste like?" But then someone brought up. We were just talking about what do they taste like? What do the stars cookies taste like? And we're like, probably like pure deliciousness.
yeah, it was fantastic actually.
Like God's eyes are probably spicy. It's like a little kick to the mouth. Except there's like a couple in every batch that just seems like they didn't add all the ingredients. They're a little lazy. But someone brought up, well, do we know that they're not baking their own cookies? I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. Like if they're baking their own cookies, like first of all, the Queen's Quest cookies I think have to be the most delicious in the batch. I mean, they do have the home ec teacher and all. Although she's a failed home ec teacher, or not failed, like she quit that job, so maybe she wasn't very good at it. Lady C.
Well, she went to chase her dream,
She's like,
and so everybody else's outfits together. They didn't let her do teach the kids how to do wrestling outfits and that kind of stuff.
but what does she do? She spends all her days hanging around with teenage girls, uh, designing and like sewing her own outfits. Like, what else do you do in home ec? Baking cookies. It's the same job, like practically.
I'm assuming she got dropped on her head a lot less in school.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you need to become a teacher in Japan. Like, I don't know their qualifications. Maybe there's, I don't know. You gotta. There's like a judo class probably. I know Hanan is an ace at that.
What? Maybe. I thought you were gonna say there's ninja class and then karate class, and according to Persona, there's an English class, and yeah, I think that's about it. But anyways, the cookies, did you try them yet or what?
No, I said I'm gonna talk about them every week till I get a box. uh, but this week, the gimmick is what are you gonna get in the box if like Momo's the one that's baking the Oedo Tai cookies, and I
Oh,
think that you just get the raw ingredients. Like, or you know what? No, not even. You get the recipe for the cookies, and you can fucking make them yourself. Because number one, she's not making them. Like, fuck you. Number two, why would you give her the money to like buy the ingredients for the cookies? She's just gonna take the cash.
I assume
That's
for
what
as
I
far as
think.
Momo goes, when Momo's cooking, it's probably more like a Breaking Bad type situation. She's just like cooking some kind of crack or something.
Oh,
That could end that could end up in the cookies.
maybe. DDM, if Julia's cooking the DDM cookies, they're not even cookies. They're like, what do the Brits eat? A biscuit? Just a fucking cracker? A dry, brittle, bland cracker? Gross. I want to think that the Stars cookies are amazing. I think well, except the Koguma cookies. Those ones come out, you're like, you chip a tooth. Like, what the hell? You're like, you don't even know what's in it. Like, is that a
It's like
marble?
cakes. That's good.
Oh god, am I gonna go through all?
Cole's in the house. Equidragon. Claus the Fish says Tony Storm and Julia are the best things going in wrestling.
Sure. I can't dispute it. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to, because I have cookies to talk about. I'm still ranting about cookies. Oh, and then well, half the cookies, a third of the cookies are just all sugar, give you diabetes. There's like a couple in there that like have like a hint of pineapple flavor. That's pretty cool. And then like the other third of the cookies, like when Tam's cooking, like they're just celery. She's like, no, those are just cookies are empty calories. I think Magical Ami cookies, the God's Eye cookies, the ones that she bakes are fucking amazing. Like gourmet, you buy them, like they're the kind where like wait, why is there a cookie shop? How can you stay in business just selling cookies and there's like $45 for a chocolate chip? You're like, oh my god, because she's magical. Everything she touches is gold. But then there's a couple in there that are just like bland. Like the Mariah baked cookies are just eh.
It's just vanilla.
Yeah, but like vanilla wafer, like not like vanilla extract. Like oh ugh. Well, I'll eat it. I don't like
What's
it.
that little like round vanilla cookie? It's not quite as good as a sugar cookie,
The
but it's like
wafers?
hard. Yeah, maybe
No,
I didn't know.
Nilla.
Yeah,
Nilla wafers.
those yeah, the vanilla things. Yeah, I could see that. All right, it's like it's not bad. I wouldn't choose it, but if they're there, I'll enjoy it.
Like
It's like a Mariah match.
let's
It's there.
like let's say someone decides that you're gonna get Nilla wafers all the time. You, it's like they're just gonna shove the Nilla wafers down your throat. And then finally, Club Venus cookies.
Tastes like heartbreak and Hanan tears.
I was just thinking that they're just like little bags of like bar peanuts.
Bar peanuts.
Yeah. The cookie market is ruthless.
Before we go on to I don't want to assume you're done with the cookies. Are we done with are you done with the cookies for this week?
Oh, well, the thing is I don't know. This is all like an entertaining conversation. Yeah, this week I'm done. I'm gonna do it until either I get my cookies in 5 months whenever they ship out, plus a random sticker,
I'm
or
just spitballing this. Like, well, anyone who's here now will know, but like, I'm really thinking about buying a box of the Keebler fudges, and like holding them up like they're the Stardom cookies next week, or animal crackers. Which one is which? Oh wait, that one could get ruder. All right, well, so we'll do the Keebler elves. They're all Saidas.
they're all okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this bit every week until I have nothing else to talk about. Surprisingly, you can talk about pretty much anything for a really long period of time.
We'll leave news, views, and reviews to those other guys. We got cookies to talk about.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
also
what does an Azumi cookie taste like?
um Shattered Dreams, probably.
I believe on the 5-star final, I watched Mariah May's last match in Stardom. That was heartbreaking, and I would like to vote Mariah May versus Hanan is to be a contender for the match of September.
Oh, before you get into that, can I read my last little thing?
Yeah, please.
uh, we're looking for newcomers who want to shine in the Stardom ring. Applications conditions are as follows. This is what you need to be if you want to apply to be a Stardom wrestler. First of all, you have to be a woman who is healthily, both mentally and physically, which is a little confusing because there's people on the roster that don't fit one or both of those.
Only in Japan do you have to be a woman to be in the women's division.
You also have to be 18 years of age or older as the end of March 2024.
Since when?
And you have to have no problems appearing in front of on video on the television or the web, which that just makes sense. Oh, so there's judges. There's a first screening, or they just look over your pictures, I think, and then if they like your look, they bring you in.
Oh,
This is what I'm assuming. Then there's a second judging contest where they test your physical fitness, including mat exercise, push-ups, abdominal muscles, back muscles, squats, neck bridges.
neck bridges.
Yeah.
Is
And then
Sayori teaching that match or teaching that class? No, no, you don't use your hands when you bridge. Right to the neck.
build up that neck strength.
Uh,
There's also, and then they will, and this sounds like a little bit like a cult. They want to screen. They need you to convey your enthusiasm for. Oh, so I thought it says your enthusiasm for the promotion. They need you to self promote. Make sure like you can't sell yourself. How you gonna? If you can't believe in yourself, who else can? I like that.
I like it.
Finally, there's an interview.
Oh,
And then after passing all of that, um,
you get to fight in an A. And then if you still want to be a wrestler,
basically. So yeah, it's just like that's pretty interesting. So if you're a woman over 18 and they were like, yeah, we like your look, bring you in, yeah. I imagine there's so many who just like, oh, this wrestling stuff is fake, right? And like, all right, well, now Shuri is gonna give you, Maya's gonna give you a moonsault now.
oof.
Mariah May. Okay, so now it's your turn to tell me about the 5-star.
Well, there was stuff. Um, uh, New Blood was a thing, and going into it, I thought it was, I don't know, nothing really looked great.
That it
Lady C
was New
comes out
Blood.
looking like a star, but then loses to Ruaka because why wouldn't she? Um, Thekla, Waka, and some new person I've never seen before called Sexy Dynamite Princess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She sucked. But now we got some newsworthy stuff. The
Oh,
pineapple versus Tam. Tam just beats up on the pineapple, and the next thing you
cool.
know, the pineapple is officially a part of Cosmic Angels.
Hooray. I'm just
I
distracted.
actually
Sorry.
wrote down
I will
when,
yeah.
oh yeah, when Tam's like, that was good. You can join us now. Like I wanted uh the pineapple to stand up and just basically be like, you know what? Fuck you, Tam. And then leave. That would have made it all so much better.
So basically, what Tam has taught us is that like bullying works. It is good, right?
Apparently. And they get to and they're gonna team up together.
I mean, the
Um
pineapple has never been healthier, and Tam made a friend. That's what this is. What this is teaching me. There's no negative repercussions to bullying to body shaming and bullying somebody.
Hey, she just wanted to get in shape. I mean, go to your local gym and then like get a personal trainer. I mean, they're gonna just tell you how it is, right? And Tam was just telling her how it is. And I did notice too, watching the past week's show, is like, I mean, during the same thing, Tam like cut a kilogram or two. She's looking great.
There's, I like if you're a Tam fan, and it's almost she doesn't actually say it, but it's almost like the MJF deal where it's like, yeah, I'm a scumbag, but like you like me anyway. Like I'm your scumbag. Like she does like the top. She wants everyone to like think she's like the top kawaii idol wrestler, like love me, love me deal. But then it's like she's just a terrible person. Like she shaved Julia's head. Well, okay, it's one thing if it's a hair match. She just assaulted Julia after a match and like shaved her head. That's not cool. That's assault.
Eh, mm,
I mean, she told
eh.
like her biggest fan that well, first of all, she kicked the shit out of her biggest fan who was dressing like her and then took her belt, her cardboard red belt that she probably worked countless hours on and just ripped it into shreds before her eyes. And then told her that like, you know, you were decent, but like you're never going to be prettier than me or a better wrestler than me, and then just walked off. Um she beat Mina in front of her dad. So her and Christian would get along great. What else has she done? She's done so much. Everything. She's uh, fat shamed and bullied, cyber bullied, and real life bullied like her teammate Yuna. I mean, I can go on and on. Point is, she's like, she's
She's the
like,
point is she's amazing.
yeah, she's like everyone's scumbag. Is what I'm getting at. You like her because you can like her, but she's like not a good person, which is actually hilarious. Oh, she also like Stockholm syndrome like beat Natsupoi into being her friend. Yeah.
Speaking of Rena, she New Blood. She defended her New Blood title or her Futures title.
Oh, was it? Yeah, her features title was it? Because Rena, you were all about Rena taking over, but the Starlight had a match, right?
Yeah, but Starlight isn't allowed nice things, so it's still technically it's still Rena's show.
I also was gonna
Rita,
ask. I was gonna ask, is it still is it Starlight show or did Rena take it over?
well, Starlight closed the show, sort of. Maybe it's maybe it's Wingori's show. But first, Rena and Little and Naba had a match that was surprisingly, maybe not surprisingly, but the kids were really good. But the funniest part is Rita is so good on the microphone. Like it's not even close. Like she is at 15 just hilarious. She goes, so she beats up Inaba. She
Oh
retains her belt,
yeah, that
right?
was. I remember like the build of that too. She and however old Inaba is, like 14 or whatever, because or 15, I don't know, younger than Rena though. And she's like, "I would like to challenge you," and then she basically just calls her like, even though she's like probably 3 months older than her, like you, she calls her like a young brat, and then she's gonna teach like this young kid a lesson. She's gonna make her call her like senpai.
Which is funny. And then after she made her teacher a lesson, Rita takes the mic and it basically says the same thing, but then says, you know, Inaba, you're actually good. So why don't we team up and beat up the rest of the old hags in the back? I'm like, that is really fucking funny. I
That's a
like
good.
that.
That's a good question. Is Rena better on the mic than Hanan?
I don't know. Hanan doesn't take the mic. She took it at the end of the Mariah May match and is like, I can't talk. I'm too busy crying. You talk.
I was gonna say it's not really fair. Like Rena is allowed to be have a personality.
Well, if you want to find Hanan on the mic, she actually closed down the New Blood show because Hanan with Saya Ida become the new champions. They beat in a three-way Azumi and Fingerbang Miyu versus Hanan and Saida Wingori and Starlight and her crazy friend Karma, and
Mm,
Hanan ends up with the pin, and it was awesome. And Hanan does take the mic, and she basically just says, "I'm awesome, and you guys suck." No, I don't know what I don't remember what she said. But Saida was like crying. She's like, "Oh my god! A month ago I was gonna quit, and no one loved me, and now I'm a champion."
a month ago, she was gonna retire because she got to get her ass kicked by Nene, and now she's a champion.
Oh my god.
Do
See,
you-
this was, you know how they close the show with like everyone who was in the show coming out. So
yeah,
Mariah May comes out, and she's the first, like she's one of the first few people to come out. She goes right to Hanan, gives her a big hug. I'm like, "Oh my god." These two.
I did see some of that. Yeah, like wasn't Thekla like making out with Mariah May in the middle of the ring for some reason?
Yeah, that was a comedy match. Well, it was with sexy dynamite princess who's not nearly as good as Mariah May. Twilight Dreams in the house.
Ew.
Uh there was a 5-star final.
There was. That's what I've been looking at.
The matches are fucking great, dude.
I
Mariah
noticed.
May versus Hanan. Like I said it, I think at the time I was watching it on Discord with I forgot his name. Hendrix will tell me because he just missed him. Uh, uh pothole. Anyways, and like I said it like halfway through Mariah May versus the Hanan match, I'm like, why do they always do the best match first? And it sure as hell was. That match was effing amazing.
Did Mayu win the gauntlet match or whatever that match was?
I didn't, you know what? I didn't watch the Battle Royal
Hmm. Let's see.
because it actually wasn't on the special link I had to use.
Order of exit. Megan Bain and Julia won. Hey, Kashima and Mayu were a team again. I don't like that. Mayu needs to like kick. She needs to like put Saki in her place every chance she gets. All I saw was that
St. Albert. Sorry, it just rang on me. That's who I was watching it with.
there's been a crap ton of injuries in this 5-star, and that's why Mayu is in the opening match instead of facing Starlight Kid. But she said, "Wait a minute, Konbanwa," to everyone here. I couldn't have the match with Kid, so I'm in the opening match. But I'm wearing my new costume anyway. Putting that aside, I really want to win a singles match. And I want to defend this IWGP belt. So I'm going to go overseas with this belt. And any foreign wrestlers watching, it's like an open challenge. So I'm going to take this belt to America. I'm going to win in America. I'm going to bring this belt back to Japan. Um, Thank you for watching me in this opening schlub match. And I hope the pay per view gets more exciting. Because this pay per views and tournament is just fucked. And then they had the, apparently, you're telling me, and I believe you, the greatest match of all time first, Hanan versus Mariah May.
Yeah, and it's not just because one, I love both of them. It doesn't hurt, but I mean, Nan's a big girl, right? And so is Mariah May. So they're, you know, doing big girl moves. Like they're throwing each other around. Like I don't know. It was really good. Like it was a fight. It was awesome. And then emotional. Like even actually, even at the very beginning, you could see during the introductions, Hanan's like sort of, she's trying to do it. She's like it's a forced smile. So it's like the whole this is Mariah May's last match, and apparently Hanan's the little sister Mariah May always wanted. So I think she's adopting her or something like that. So
That's funny. One of these days I have to collect all the things. What's the puzzle girl? May Sierra?
I, I don't know her name.
Oh, yeah, let's
I
go with
want to
that.
know her name. I can't figure it out.
I keep saying that, and you're like, I don't know if that's right. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep saying it anyway.
Well, let's keep calling her the girl with the puzzle pieces. One of the cute the It's almost worth throwing on. So Mariah May and Hanan at the end of the match. So you know how there's like the losers go one way and the winners, go up the main entrance.
Hmm.
So, so Mariah May waves to Hanan like she's leaving and gonna go. She goes bye and go, and like Mariah and Hanan just like grabs her and she's like no, and, like hugs her and like they want. She makes her walk out the main entrance with her. Like oh my god, watch that without crying.
That's
That was
funny.
more touching than the Babe Priestley being like no, Momo's my friend, and then go to NXT UK and sucking.
Uh, when you're named at what's a Davenport anyway? Isn't that like a desk, a dress, or like a dresser drawer? When you get named after a piece of furniture, like you're not. It's like it's done. It's over. Just take your paychecks. Be happy. Go home. Like you can't be named after a piece of furniture. Whatever a Davenport is. I don't even know.
I'm gonna miss Mariah May. I like it, and you know what? When she ends up being the best wrestler in AEW, and hopefully not doing the comedy that she likes a little bit. Like, I mean, she'll blow up. The problem is, I find, is that in Japan, she's unique. Like,
Hmm.
she would actually be unique in AEW too, because she's actually a good wrestler. But in Japan, she's unique because she's a good wrestler. She's like big compared to the other girls, and she looks different.
Yeah.
The big blonde girl. And she goes to America. She's just another big blonde girl.
Well, yeah. I know. I mean, she's a superstar.
Jimmy's in the house, and to go back to important stuff, Davenport. Andy Richardson says a
What is a
Davenport is a
Davenport?
love seat. Tell
Oh.
that to Will Osprey. Your girl
So
was the love seat.
I don't know how to segue. Speaking of love seats, was Momo kicking the shit out of Azumi as good as I think it was?
Yeah, it was actually a really good match to the point where halfway through I'm like, man, don't tell Juno this. I'm starting to run out of reasons again to not like Azumi, especially if she's going to keep getting kicked in the face by Momo.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. Um, I have another match of the month contender. We might have to iron this down a little bit. Oh, Sayori versus Mina. Oh my god. It's like I just stopped telling you like every time I watch a Sayori match that it's my new favorite match
Mhm.
because like earlier in the month I wrote down I want Sayori versus Mirai to be match of the month, but I mean there's only one reason for that. But you put Sayori and Mina together, oh my god, it was stiff. It was awesome. They had neck bridges. They had figure 16s. They were doing figure eights to each other. They were both working the legs. He was like, I'm going to hurt your leg more. Oh my God. It was fantastic. And then Sayori does her, I don't know. She wins. I don't even know how to explain her move anymore. Watch the show.
She does her move and she wins. Cool.
Hazuki won.
Not to belabor the point and crap on Sukiban again this week, but um, Sayori was in the main event of their show against Unagi, and the half the match, half the match was spent with Sayori trying to keep her clothes on, but half the match was like Unagi. No, I don't know. I don't remember. There was a figure four for half the match, and just from this one photo, like the photo it looks more interesting than like the figure four Unagi was trying to do.
Mm.
You wouldn't think it'd be so hard. Also, you know how like when you turn a figure four around, it's supposed to like reverse the pressure,
Yes.
but isn't that just a sharpshooter?
Yes.
So shouldn't like I don't understand. How does the physics of that work? Does that mean if you turn a sharpshooter around, now all of a sudden Bret Hart's in a figure four?
If you fall to your back, yes.
Ah, like pressure point, like leverage. That's and when does how do you do a figure? So if Sayori was doing a sharpshooter, and then she turned it into a bridge, which she probably would do. Is it like a figure eight uh, sharpshooter, or is it now just a regular figure four? These are the questions.
Yes. Riley Tucker says hi to you.
Hi, Riley Tucker.
Hazuki actually won, beats Tora, stops Tora. Tora wins this match. Tora doesn't lose this match. Tora could have tied. Tora could have ran around for 15 minutes, and she wins the red block. Hazuki plays spoiler.
Oh,
Um, Ami and Shuri, another good match. Not match of the month,
Micah
but a good
and
match.
Mariah also had a match.
Oh, I did. Oh, I did that. I wrote them down out of order for some reason. Yeah, Mariah versus Micah was awesome. So you know how at the beginning of a match there's like chain wrestling
None of that shit.
sometimes, or yes, but not with these two. They did about 3 minutes of shoulder tackles. It was insane. They just kept going back and forth like pow, pow. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, this I don't know. This show is just full of good matches. Yeah, Mariah May and Micah, or I'm sorry, Mariah May, Mariah and Micah was fucking great. And then Micah wins, and yeah, I don't know why I glossed over that. Micah winning puts her at 12, and nobody in the blue block can catch her. Julia was stuck at 11, and I would have thought Julia was the hands on or
stuck at
odds on
11.
favorite in
Stuck
this.
at 11. She lucked into 11.
Mm-hmm. Hey, she got one way or another. She got there, and
Is it a coincidence that the show, like the next time she faced in the whatever that Dream Tag Festival, she's facing Utami, and it just so happens if she gets hurt in this match, I just get a free 2 points and a bye to the finals.
you're smelling. You saying she injured her on purpose? Because
I'm
she knew she
saying,
couldn't beat her.
well, she didn't injure Utami. Her fucking friend Suzu did. She doesn't know how to do a pile driver.
She doesn't know how to do a pile driver through a table properly.
The
If there's
surprise.
one thing I would have thought
Are you?
she's practiced.
Yeah. Are you surprised that the deathmatch wrestler doesn't have good fundamentals?
No, not really.
I'm like, huh? There you go. That's a real. That's best there is, best there was. But Ami's the
Well,
best there ever will be.
yeah, because all Shuri has to do is beat Ami, and she can't do it. If Shuri
Well,
wins, Shuri takes the red block. But no,
holy.
it's insane. Ami ends up. I think Shuri ends up going for like her one winged angel thing, and Ami just like a big ass Ami just sort of rolls out of it, rolls her up, and boom. 1, 2, 3. And at this point, I write down. I wasn't even expecting this. Suzu at 12 points is looking really strong. It's literally everybody that can beat her gonna lose. Like so, Ami beats Shuri.
Mhm.
That was Shuri's to win. Hazuki beats Tora. It was Tora's to win. And finally, it's Tam Nakano comes up, and she's like,
Suzu's master plan to fucking take Utami out.
"Yeah, Suzu got the free 2 points for the no Suzu's free 2 points was her schedule was Saya for the last show, so that's what got her up to 12.
What did magnificent magical Ami say? I won against Shuri. Holy shit, I won against Shuri. No, she didn't say holy shit. She knows how good she is. I won against Shuri. I won against Shuri. Tomorrow, I have a Strong's women's match. Oh. And Julia talked a lot of shit to me. So today I was thinking I absolutely had to win against Shuri, and I did. With this, I'll definitely take that belt tomorrow. Cool.
So everyone is losing and is keeping Suzu in first place. Now, granted, Suzu has 12. Tora ends up with 12 too, but Suzu beat Tora, so that's the tiebreaker. But Tam can come sneak in. She's at 11. All she has to do is not lose to Natsupoi.
Wait, did Suzu have her match yet, or did she not have a
Suzu
match?
didn't wrestle. But
Oh,
she goes into the finals fresh. She
oh,
didn't even have to wrestle.
I was gonna say that would be the luck. It's like literally everyone loses. Like, yeah, how many matches?
All Tam
Okay,
had to do was not lose. All Tori had to do was not lose. All Shuri had to do was not lose. They all end up with 11 points.
and is this the blue block?
Red.
Oh, never mind.
Blue block was Micah. Micah just ran away with it. Micah won and was like, you know what? You guys just
That's where I
Micah
was
just
getting
buried
confused.
everyone else. The red block is where
Well,
it was.
I mean, Utami did have like it's stupid idiot uh dropper on her head and like probably should take an inch off the spine.
Utami
And she
ends
probably
the 5-star with 8 points.
and what did Micah
She
win
has
with
3
9?
forfeits. So yeah, I mean there was definitely she was definitely in striking distance for sure.
Oh, for people who are supposed to be, this is just going to my thing that like Tam is a terrible, terrible person. Supposed to be like good friends. She seems like she has no problem crippling and choking out Natsupoi.
No, I don't think Natsupoi's ever beaten Tam, has she?
Of course she did. And then that's like the perfect logic of I've beat you, so now I'll be your subordinate. She hit her with
Oh,
like fucking 18 sparkle splashes in a row and then pinned her.
that's right. So that makes this one less special. So Tam just beats, or Natsupoi just beats Tam again,
Yep.
and keeps Tam from winning. So it was Tam's the win. She
Mm.
loses. It was Tora had a chance. She loses. Shuri had a chance. She loses. All upsets, mind you, too. Like every one of those matches are an upset. Like Uzuki does nothing but put people over. Uh, Ami beating Shuri, get the fuck out of here,
Whoa,
right?
wait. Natsupoi is on a 2-match win streak against Tam. Anything, it's an upset if Tam wins.
It sounds like Natsupoi should be going for that red belt.
It sounds like Natsupoi is not going to be an angel for very long.
look who's getting. Can she get deported? Is she the newest member of Club Venus?
Nope.
Last week we were talking about the
You're
preview.
frozen.
I didn't even think Suzu had a chance because I forgot about her free 2 points from that she got from Saya because that wasn't in yet. So she walks into this, doesn't even have to wrestle, has 12 points. Everybody in front of her that can catch her loses. So the
So,
finals end up being Suzu and Micah, and it ended up being a good match.
and how long was Micah's match with Mirai? Let's see.
That's another thing we're talking about is that Micah had a match, and Micah had a hell of a match against Mirai too. Like they didn't, that wasn't ballet, that's for
Well,
sure.
that's good. It sounds like Suzu definitely earned it.
Well, she ended up with 12 points, right? She ended up with more points than anyone else in the red block. She actually, is as the first. That red block is actually astonishing. The takeaways are Mayu with 11,
Hmm.
Tam with a Mayu. Um, Yeah, Mayu didn't wrestle tonight. Tam with 11, Mayu with 11, Hazuki ends up with 10, Natsupoi with 11, Shuri with 11, even Ami ends up with 8. Is this her first 5-star? That's actually really good.
Well,
Natsuko Tora, Starlight Kid ends up with 4. Starlight's just not allowed to have nice things. And then yeah, Suzu with 12.
well, she was supposed to face Mayu for like the third year in a row in the 5-star, so that could have been a big time match. But unfortunately, apparently, she hurt herself at the Dream Tag Festival, and then knowing that there was another pay-per-view in like 2 weeks. Well, that's not. It's like I love comparing sports here. It's like what's happening with Joe Burrow, where like hobbling around on one foot. And then let's not sit him until like a big time game here. Let's just play him every week till he can't fucking walk anymore. Like Starlight Kid had about 8 matches in like 10 days, and then turns out the day before the 5-star or the same weekend, she loses the tag belts at the New Blood show, and then she's like, "Oh, I can't walk on this foot anymore." It's like, what the fuck? Why'd you make her wrestle all these stupid house shows if you knew she was on a hobbled foot and you had the big match coming up?
That makes it actually not even matter because that just means Mayu got her free 2 points. So that's how she ended up at 11. So going into the show, Mayu only had 9. She wasn't catching Suzu anyways.
It just annoyed me. I'm actually looking that up. I want to know the schedule. How many times they made her? I don't know if she wrestled every show. I think she did. Does Starlight ever take a night off? I don't think so.
Judging by how many times the card changes, I don't feel like they're making anyone wrestle injured.
Well, she's hurt her foot on the Dream Tag Festival, so she had like 1, 2, 3, 5 days off, and then she wrestled
Yeah,
one.
but we don't know
2,
that she was
3,
like, I don't want
4,
to. And they're like,
5,
you get out there,
6.
Starlight Kid. I mean, she might have just said, I want to work through it.
Well, then
She said, I can handle it.
sometimes you got to protect an athlete from themselves.
Yeah, that's the wrestling way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unnecessary matches. I don't know. Seems dumb. So Suzu wins the 5-star. Oh,
Yeah, with a good match for Micah.
You gotta, for someone. So what you're telling me is that like, didn't have a match, got free. She just got a free 2 points. Who is she supposed to face?
There was the Saya Kamatani was her last draw.
Oh, so yeah, she just gets like doesn't have to wrestle till the finals. Gets the free 2 points. Has like
everyone else did.
5 people. I think you said just like blow everything, where if they just win, they just pass certain points.
3 in a row. Not only win, just not lose. A draw.
All the pictures I see from the 5-star are just Micah like in a corner. It's sad.
They did a lot of the. I mean, it was a big match. They kicked out of all each other's stuff. It looked really good. So they tried their hardest.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird.
All right. The last thing worth bringing up was the blue block. Just the final scores are nice. Ami ends up with more than Hanan. Hanan only ends up with 6.
Yeah.
Zumi ends up with
that's like
as many.
She's 50% more points than she got last year.
I know, which I think actually makes Ami's run even stronger. Like Ami ends up with 8 points, and in her first year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Julia with 11. Mariah with 10. She had a chance. Mina with 9. Momo with 10. Sayori with 10. Sayori started off like 1 win in 4 matches or something like that, and she ended up on a run, which actually made it awesome. Momo, this was some of the best Momo like I've seen in a long time, right? Like that's why I want to talk about the Blue Stars. I liked, basically every Momo match. Like it was awesome.
Yeah. I can't even think
of. That's all I have on the 5-star in general. Like, what's your take? You think you don't like these like 2-month, 3-month long things, anyways, right? Like, you're not a big fan of starting in May and ending in shit damn near October. I personally love it. Like, I just love these round robin. It's almost like an entire like season.
Okay, but you can't follow it. You don't know who's facing who. What are their points? When's their next match? Like,
because we don't. You can follow it. It's all right here. We just don't speak the language.
Okay, so if you follow it, what you do is you go to their website, and then by the time they actually upload what the next match is, they've already like had 4 more matches, so what's the point?
Oh, that's not true. You showed us how to not have the spoilers for it. That's how I learned how to get these cool little printouts.
You think that they update that in real time? By the time you
No, it was
go
update. It was updated before the show.
Yeah, by the time you go to watch a show, like, "Oh, what's the next like, you can't follow it live, is what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
like it's like they've already had the matches by the time the show gets uploaded, and then even if you're just following it through I guess if you're just following it through the website, you don't really care about watching the matches, it's fine. But even that's behind. So, like, the things you're reading are, like, out of date.
yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, that's true. If you're staying up to date with it, I guess my thing is like if I'm whatever show I'm on, I'm not going ahead. Like if I'm watching the September 23rd show, I'm just gonna print out the sheet for September 23rd that they actually like have on there on the schedule site. That was the trick you showed me. But yeah, I mean you're absolutely right. If you're keeping up just on live and in person with it, yeah, that's I mean that just goes to their upload schedule just being behind. But I'm caught up as of now.
But it's also, like so now you have to follow, like, how many matches everyone's had and how many more they have to go, who they have to face. It's like they make it way more difficult than it needs to be.
Or you can just enjoy the ride. I just enjoy the ride and then wait till the last day and do the math. That's where I find fun in it.
True, I guess. But it's like if you want to follow it, it's like really, really hard. Because like
It's
you
definitely
don't
no bracket system.
like especially if you don't know how many matches they've had. It's like, oh, someone has 8 matches, and you're like, wow, they're doing really good until you look and it's like, oh, they only have one more match. And everyone else has like, this person in second has 6 and they've won all 3. It's like you never know.
That's all I have on that. Oh, well, let's, you know what? Fun news. Why don't we finish up on, I'd like
More,
to be done
more cookies.
with the show proper at midnight. And then either if you wanted to watch a match of the month or play a game or just hang out for a little while longer, I can. But they announced the teams for the next tag league.
Well, yeah. But yeah,
That might be the
basically,
highlight.
good. I'm glad. It's like I'm glad you watched the 5-star so that I didn't have to. Good stuff.
Yeah, not I don't know, not everything's for everyone. I liked it. Like I like this. I like the G1. I like these type of shows. I'm a big fan. I mean, I see your point. Like
I
I'm a sucker for any kind of tournament.
yeah, I
Like
like
that's
the
bracketed like Cinderella's and stuff. Because yeah, obviously you can follow those. Those are awesome.
yeah, I like the
But
New Japan format. It's like we're just gonna do. I mean, it can be as
well,
long
New
as like
Japan did the same thing. New Japan's G1 is round robin. I mean, you can't follow it. That's even worse.
I mean, it can still go. If they just did all the blue, if there's 2 blocks, they could spread it out. If they did all the blue block matches and red blocks on different day, just make sure everyone has a match on like every show. They can spread it out.
Do you want to have
Like
your mind blown?
wait,
If you did like this, New Japan had 4 blocks.
they can
Keep
spread it
track of
out.
that.
They can spread it out like 6, 7 weeks, just doing like the big weekend shows of like, all right, this is like every Saturday and Sunday, whatever, or whenever their big shows are for the week. Like, one day's blue block, one day's red block.
Yeah,
Just,
I mean, they had a lot of people in it, and that's what really
yeah, they definitely
makes
narrowed
it.
it down. Last year they had like what 20 or I forget, like 15, 12. I don't know, a lot, way
Well,
more
yeah. Well,
people.
this was 10 on each side too. So yeah, I mean, these are.
All
I mean,
right,
these are long. There's a lot of people.
they might have had like 12 or 13 last year in each block. It's way too many.
Well, let's go
On
on
the
to the
schedule.
next round robin tournament that we're not going to be able to follow.
See, this one, it doesn't even matter. It's just good stuff.
It's tag league time.
Yeah, let's just go through the teams real fast because it's. I mean, some of them are new. A lot of them are the same. I'm excited for one matchup in particular that is probably going to be my match of the month every time they fight.
I was just looking at their group photo and trying to guess what I know they're like what the teams would be. Like really want like Mayu and Megan Bain sounds amazing.
Megan Bain to just about anyone sounds amazing.
True. Momo Watanabe and Natsuko Tora.
Makes about sense.
Sure.
BMI 3000.
Gotta have some good tag teams in there.
I like that team better than Tora and Ruaka. So I'm assuming Ruaka is just not going to be here. Maybe she's studying.
But I would like
She might
Ruaka.
have graduated.
I like Ruaka and Momo better. It should have been their tag league team.
I like that too, but I can get behind this. Maybe Tora is starting to almost grow on me. I sort of liked her match for Suzuki. It could be because I like Hazuki, and Hazuki can just like have a good match with like a broomstick. But I don't know.
And they'll ruin enough people's matches where the finals will. I think that's what annoys me about a lot of these tournaments is like they got so many like top wrestlers, and then it's like they don't win, and then I'm like I just remember all the losses. I'm like, oh yeah, this one is because like miss to the face. This one was like a stupid roll up. This one was a bat the ref never called. Like,
yeah, well, that's just how it is. They're the house of torture of Stardom. They just got to be annoying. However, I know we are, as Twilight Dream brings up, we are gonna miss Ruaka's box.
yeah, yeah. If she graduated, I don't know what she's like stuffing in there. Like I used to think it was all her school books. At least that was
What
my
is she
kayfabe.
stuffing in that box?
Yeah, like she always hit people with the box. Like I assume it could just be like a 1 ounce, like little not cardboard, plastic box. I assume she had to be putting something in
It
there.
actually seemed like the type of box you can really shove a bunch of shit in, right?
I guess. Risa Sarah
Next.
and Karumi, the other prominence member, probably the only two prominence members left.
Yeah, Risa Sarah, huh?
That's
They
only
brought her on for another tournament. That's pretty cool. I mean, she was like gone all year after she was with Stardom for a good amount at the end of last year, and then we saw nothing from her after the Triangle Derby, right? She did Triangle and then nothing, and here she is again.
I mean, you know, winning the Triangle Derby, winning the tag or trios titles. But yeah. Then
and then nothing.
she ran into Natsupoi, Kairi, and Sayori.
Yeah.
How did they lose?
Kairi's fault.
Mina Shirakawa and Waka Tsukiyama.
There we go. We had the last two members of Club Venus teaming up to fucking take this thing, right?
Last two. You're always a Club Venus.
What's your Club Venus? You're gonna see a former member.
I'm gonna see.
Ask her why she left. You're gonna see Zaya Brookside in less than a week, right?
I'm gonna see the OG.
She was one of the OGs and like literally the worst, but you're gonna see her, that's for sure.
I really like Waka's nickname. Well, Mina's is always good. Power bomb to your heart. That's awesome. Waka's is just Moonlight.
Damn right.
Moonlight Fantasy. That's cool.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, that's a good team. It's a good team.
Yeah.
Suzuki, and Mai.
Yeah, I don't love it because that breaks up my favorite little puzzle girl going with Megan Bain. Like the couple matches I saw with them was amazing. Why do you break that up?
Because Suzu needs a good wrestler around her to make her look good.
Yeah, and that'll help. So that's good.
Saida and Hanako. That's like Team Little Big right there. Team Little Big
wow! too. Saida and Hanako. 5'4" and you can't teach that. Look at that team. So hold on a second.
Wait, Hanako's 5'4", towering over everybody else.
Yeah, I know that. Well, that was my joke. Hanan. That just means Hanan. I mean, we didn't get there yet. Did Hanan finally trade up? So Hanan and Sayaida Wingori win the New Blood Championships, and then they are champions. Yet in this tag team tournament, they're not going to team together. Hanan must have a really good partner if this is the case.
Well, I mean,
Or
they
she's gonna
probably
leave.
there's like commissions they get, like when they apply for these buildings and stuff. Like they probably already had the paperwork filled out before they knew they were challenging for the New Blood.
You're probably right.
Plus, Mayu's trying to recruit Hanako, the fastest rising star in sports today, not named Ami.
Hanako is.
I meant that literally.
She's no puzzle girl.
So
She's no Ami. She's no Sayori.
she's no Shuri.
She's no Shuri with Saki Kashima. Let's go.
I just, you know what? I'm thinking it's one way, it's going to be the other. I keep thinking like, okay, so how does Saki ruin the tournament for Shuri, and it's going to somehow be the opposite, where Shuri loses all their matches.
Right now, who scores the most winning pins for that team? We're gonna ink it, make it real. I say Kashima
Do knockouts
scores
count?
the most wins. What's that?
Do knockouts count?
Ooh,
What about stretch
yeah.
mufflers?
They have to count. They have to count. So who scores the most pins
Well, I
or
gotta
knockouts?
I gotta see at least a buzzsaw kick, knockout, and a stretch muffler.
I mean, we'll probably see a buzzsaw kick right into a Kishikashi, right?
Probably a kick to
Good
the
team.
probably a lower kick spine, or wait, a lower spine kick TKO. A Kishikashi. All right, that might be. It's a good
I
team.
like this team. I like this team.
As long as Saki only tags in for the pin.
She's gonna start every match for some reason because Shuri's probably gonna make her.
Well, no, Shuri's got.
Saki's just gonna be scared at every match.
Well, no,
and, not tag in.
Shuri has to, for some reason, always be the wrestler that like sells everybody else's move and is like getting beat up the whole match.
Well, Shuri's a real professional wrestler. She's amazing. And Kashima's the smartest worker, in the company, right? You've done the minutes before. What does she have? Like 18 minutes total all year, and she's a champion. Like, hey, work harder or work smarter, not harder, right? Oh, here's a return team.
Yeah, I respect it. I like when a team. I you want to see new teams, but I always complain about like their tag division. Which, it still is a complaint. Watching this tag league, I just realized, yeah, there are a lot of tag teams that you never get to see. Like Mafia
Bella coming back. All right.
They've been a Thekla and Julia. They've been a tag team forever that you never get to see. Except for tag league.
And they actually like each other. For some reason, I think Thekla is the last person that actually likes Julia. So it works out too.
You were the first person. Like, she brought her in like day one. You're like, why does she like Julia so much?
I just can never stop noticing. I'm like, everyone just like is around Julia. Like if you from day one, you just look at Thekla and she's like smiling at her, like they've known each other forever. I'm like, I think she actually likes her. That's weird. I didn't think anyone liked her.
Yeah, like day one wearing the murder Momo masks. Not the Watanabes.
Her and Mirai.
And then we have the winners of the tag league in the Blue Goddess block. Lady C and Ami?
Well, let's have an opposite vote. Who loses the most?
I don't see them possibly losing a single match, but that is because this is the first team we're looking at.
How does Ami and Mirai not just team together?
Because remember when Mirai lost their tag team belts, and then she tagged with Shuri, and then Shuri like blew her other opportunity. That's how I remember it.
Oh, Ami's trading up now, sort of like Hanan did. I get
Yeah,
it now.
she went from like
how upset is Ami with Mirai that she's like, who's left? You know, it's like picking in gym class.
well,
You big girl over here, you're on my team.
well, Shuri's pet project. She's already had a partner, and she traded up from the white belt champion to Lady C.
They're gonna score at least one upset. That's gonna be amazing.
Well, here you go. She says last time I teamed up with Ami, and did they win Tag League?
Maybe
Well, they says that they won the belts.
they did win the belts. Well, they beat Nene and you. They were my favorite team for I don't know, a month.
And then I have to watch the video because it ends with Lady C sounds like being awesome, like just dragging her wherever she's dragging Ami.
It's awesome.
Miyu and Azumi.
Dude, here's the if anything ever good comes out of an injury, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be Azumi and Utami, right? So
Oh, I thought you were gonna say yeah. Well, then it was Azumi and Starlight Kid probably. So yeah,
oh, that's right too. Remember they were being all buddy last time?
yeah.
I
fucking
forgot about that.
gross.
That's
Yes.
probably
Starlight Kid has she's the problem is she got so used to losing matches, she forgets that like a rivalry is supposed to be like two ways. Like,
Starlight.
and then Tam's in the tag league for some reason, not with Natsupoi. Just seems weird. Like, you know, he won. Same thing with Ami and Mirai. You know, he won the tag league or or won the tag belts together. Like, let's not do that again. I don't get it.
Natsupoi was getting too over. I think we smelled that at the time. Like Natsupoi was like really good things were happening, and Tam was like, "Yeah, it's not you, it's me. I think we should go our separate ways. There's like these singles titles we should probably go over."
Oh,
Mizumori teaming up with Tam. Oh, what did she go up a little bit? Do you mind? She actually said something. I just saw on the thing, Poi-san. And she actually must have touched on it.
oh, it was supposed to
Oh,
be.
no, maybe not.
Yeah, Natsupoi has a neck injury or spine
It's,
injury.
Poi's her too. My goodness.
Yeah,
Wrestles better than me. Hey, Pineapple, get over here. I need a new partner.
she actually, yeah, she
I
gets,
need someone that doesn't look as good as me yet.
speaking of one tag partner doesn't look as good as the other.
Wow. Javi says, Mirai, I don't need you. So Mirai and My Fair Lady? How does this happen? This is what I have a problem with DDM for. They're just so bipolar. And like apparently so's God's Eye. Sure he doesn't care. Sure he picked her partner and said, you two go do whatever the fuck else you want.
Because it's yeah, your ladyship and the real Cinderella.
Oh.
That
You know
makes
what?
sense.
It does make sense. I was wrong. It's the way that you put it perfectly.
Yeah, a lady of her stature doesn't just tag team with anybody.
Oh, that's good.
A two-time Cinderella.
That's poetic. With a lady. Yeah, that only makes sense. Never mind. It's good.
And there's FWC.
Oh, and these at this point, we haven't seen all the teams, but FWC might be the team. I mean, they've won this before. They're multi-time champions. I mean, they're classmates for heaven's sakes. Like,
Nah,
chances are they're
it's-
winning this thing, right?
Now I'm thinking, oh wait, who is? Wait, so we're getting tag team partner, and no, we're getting Mirai and Sakurai and versus in the final match. Is it work? I kind of forget. I'm trying to forget. Is it like block versus block? Like
Yeah.
like last night,
It's basically, I think it's the same
like last
thing.
night, everyone faces each other, like type deal. All right, well then decide the block. It's definitely gonna be.
The entire rant of you like saying the 5-star you can't follow is literally the same as this. So yeah, who knows how it works? We're gonna figure it out when it's over. Hazuki is pretty freaking cool. Thank you, Kevin.
The to decide the block final on the final night. And if this isn't the final match, like I'm just protesting. I'm just done with Stardom. It better be Mirai and his team versus Ami's team, like tag team partner versus tag team partner, lady versus ladyship. Come on, writes itself.
Well, that does write itself. However, I do feel like I'll be taking some resumes by the time this is over. I'm sure they'll fight at least once, but probably not in the finals.
Well, everyone fights in the final night. I still, going through all the teams here, I don't see anyone who's better than Ami and Lady C.
Oh, scroll down. You must have missed something. I feel like there's at least one team left.
Oh. Well,
yes.
With Hanan.
Finally! Fuck.
Says
so
with
happy.
Hanan from Stars. So there you go. Not Club Venus, unfortunately. I'm Mayu.
Seriously.
Her first time
Finally.
participating in Tag League. She's already a tag champ. So she's just like getting the experience, huh?
Yeah. She could take that new blood belt and throw it in the trash. It's Hanan and Mayu. It's what we've always wanted, right? Actually, I probably always wanted Hazuki and Mayu. However, this is pretty fucking awesome.
I mean, all right, well, whoever, I mean, it's either going to be like Lady C or Mayu, whoever is like the winner of that match.
All right, so in order to be the best, like you have to I mean, how much is Hanan going to learn? Experience is everything, right? Hanan is going to learn so much from teaming up with Mayu. Hanan's going to have a moonsault by the end of this tournament, or a frog splash, or something. This is awesome.
It is awesome, but then there's like another. Hang on, because this is like a super fucking stacked. Let me look at the other block real quick. Anyone? Mafia Bella, Julia. Okay, I like a lot of these teams, but this what is this block? Blue block. Yeah, blue block is where it's at. There's always a block where everyone is like really cool.
Megan Bain. Everyone, my God, Megan Bain. That's a good team. I wish Megan Bain was with the Puzzle Girls so she could throw around some more, but this team can hurt people.
Yeah, that's what she says. Megan Bain says, well, you lost and that sucks, but, move on. Let's win this tag league because we're both powerful and aggressive. You're an empress. I'm a goddess.
Oh.
And if we fight together, we can just dominate the tag league.
And it shouldn't be lost on anybody that this is a press conference. Everyone is sort of dressed in normal, sort of nice clothes.
Oh, yeah. I've been trying to fight to get that to be an episode one of these days. I mean, fuck, we've talked about cookies, a cookies and fashion episode where these press conferences are just more about like 90% the fashion at this point and like 10% promoting the pay-per-views.
Well, it's like any press conference, you don't need to go to full gear. You don't have to have full gear on during a press conference. Unless you're Megan Bain and you're literally clinically insane and you think you're a Greek god. She's in like her full gear. She's got the headdress. She's standing next to Micah, who, I don't know, is dressed in her Sunday best to grandma's house. Like, wow.
Looks like she raided Saya's wardrobe. But that is a lot better.
That's all I got.
Same. A lot better than the 5-star. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's just like the tag teams are more exciting for me. You just see stuff you don't really see a lot.
Well, it is fun, and well, the if there is a drawback from the 5-star is that it is long. I mean, before, other than 5-star season, there's almost like no singles matches unless there's like a title match, really. So like the beginning of the 5-star is always exciting, and you're gonna see matchups that you never get to see.
Yeah, this is
But the
only
tag leagues does something similar because
6
usually it's like
matches.
6-mans, 8-mans, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 6 matches.
Well, this
So
thing has to be done in a month, so they can't have
good.
20 teams. And they just don't have that many women left.
They are dropping like flies
As long as they heal up. So
or Sky Tigers.
how does this happen? I mean, this works, right? So it doesn't even matter who wins. Whenever the ceremony happens for the winner,
Mm-hmm.
Utami's music plays. Utami,
She
and
challenges
then
them.
Utami and Saya come out and challenge them to the right to be the number one contender. Because why not? They have transcended. They don't need to win a championship. They got like the John Cena clause where it's like, oh no, I'm just like I can show up and like be the number one contender because that's who I am. You put Utami and Saya together, they need to they come back. Let's book it. That one's free.
I mean, the last time that happened, Utami had Megan Bain following her around from America. That was pretty funny. I've shared that like 1,000 times. Like, doesn't even speak the language. Like, yeah, she just followed me back here.
And she hasn't been deported yet.
Who's gonna? Good luck. Like,
who's gonna tell her to get the fuck out, right? That's good. I like that.
Damn.
Well, what do you think? Thank yous?
Thank yous.
I don't know if I have a 5-minute thank you skit. However, I mean, everyone in chat, we've sort of been announcing as you guys have joined, and the chat is what keeps it going. It's fun. It's fun joining us live. Oh, my boobas are back. Hold on. Nice. We cannot go without thanking our Patreons that you can find at stardomfan.com or patreon.com/stardomfan. Chicken, thank you. Jake Ebert, thank you. Twilight Dream, thank you for supporting us on the Patreon.
Yep. Thanks.
Everyone who showed up in the chat, thank you for being here because you make it fun. You guys chat with each other. I notice something you say, we have to bring it up. It's just fun, right? It's just fun doing this stuff.
Yeah.